All right, ladies and gents, welcome guys. Welcome to another edition of London Session, guys. Without further ado, it's his time to get this show on the road. So as always, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to, again, another edition of London Session. Once again, looking forward to seeing what we come up with moving forward here today. Guys, if you could, don't forget, please, YouTube, smash that like button. Important that you guys help me out, so just hit that like button quickly now if you could. And also TikTok, don't forget to smash that screen for me. So as always, guys, we'll take a look at gold, GJ, German 40, any other pairs per request. Let's quickly have a look at the news, just to see what we have, if there is anything scheduled moving forward here today for our session. Nothing of high impact. You do have some FOMC members speaking towards the end of our session actually here today, so maybe keep a bit of an eye on that. Otherwise, seems to be pretty smooth sailing into tomorrow. So tomorrow's the big one in regards to the pound and also the US dollar for this week. But guys, if you have any charts you'd like me to look at, any questions you'd like me to take a look at too, please feel free to pop those into the chat. And without further ado, guys, let's get cracking and let's have a good one. Let's have a look at the gold. By the way, I have fixed my issue with my terminal, which was plaguing me yesterday. Could not even execute a trade, but it's all fixed, up and running, ready to go yet again. So guys, let's have a look at the gold and let's start at the weekly time frame. And what we can see is we're obviously flip back bullish yet again. A bit of an arm wrestle, the current weekly candle. We keep flipping between bullish and bearish. But what we do definitely have here is the high, low, higher, high. So off the back of that, I feel there's a higher probability that this candle will continue to push bullish. That's just off the back of the higher time frame picture on the weekly. Now on to the daily time frame here. And let's just see what we've got in the daily. So the previous daily also... Sorry, I just had the music on mute. The previous daily also closed back weak bullish after spending a fair portion of it being bearish, closed with a high, low, higher, high. So what we're going to do is mark in the high of the current, the previous daily candle, sorry. We're going to mark in the low of the current daily candle. We're going to see what we've got below that point, if it is in fact a minor support. So we can now make our way down to the 4 hour. Structurally here we are bullish on the 4 hour, but we are respecting some very solid resistance. So we're just going to mark in these highs for the time being. Change that to gray. And support, we do have some range to the down, or margin to the downside. Target the support back up here around that 33.60 sort of region. Current 4 hour candle is to close in the next 6 and a bit minutes. So we'll probably be likely waiting to see how this candle closes, and then we'll plan also if we have a potential entry for the new 4 hour candle. So on to the 15-minute time frame here, and that, let's just quickly have a look at this. Has it flipped bearish? Ooh, it's literally, I would say you want it to close below that wick, and I would argue it's not quite closed below it. Not very close to it, but not quite. So I'd also argue technically bullish on M15. However, within the daily candle, we have been forming structure to the downside here. What I can also see is, again, the 4 hour is about to close. So if the new 4 hour candle is straight low of the one that is shortly to close, there's a high probability we would in fact continue bearish, potentially down to 33.60. So the options could be, depending on how this candle closes, guys, if this closes back weak bullish, so long as the new candle creates an upper wick, we could potentially look for themselves below the minor support, which may be confirmed in the next 5.5 minutes. Now, aside from that, what is likely going to happen is, which we'll mark in that whole level as well, by the way, guys. Aside from that, what we will likely be looking for, what is likely going to happen, is the next 4 hour candle will likely create an upper wick. And I would definitely prefer it to create the upper wick. Could we potentially get involved upon the pullback, and at what level? What I'm seeing here is we do have what we've just termed, thanks to Tom and Jordan, actually, a cluster IC entry here, where we've got that particular candle there. Amongst a bit of consolidation was the last bullish candle. So that could be a potential entry point for a limit order buy. What I'm also seeing is we do have a 1 hour IC candle here as well, which so obviously strong rejection of the high time frame resistance. We've had a pause just there. We've had continuation. We've not yet tapped into that level there. But to be honest, guys, for me to take the limit order, I would really want this candle to close pretty strong back towards the support. So begin to reject, because my other concern would be that the 4 hours likely going to create a deeper upper wick, and I don't want to have my stop loss just above this swing, get stopped out, rejects, and then comes down. So I would really love to give it a little bit more room. Yeah, so having said that, we'll have to wait and see how this candle closes. But we could have some sell options moving forward, guys. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated as soon as I can. And the other thing we will be looking for is if price was to actually come back up to this resistance on the new 4 hour, only to reject, and we possibly could be looking for some sell options upon that pullback. So price was to do something like so, retest that 4 hour zone, and minor time frame zone, begin to reject it and pull away. That could be the highest point potentially of the new 4 hour candle. We could look for some potential sells off the back of that. So if you're looking at it on the hourly interruption play, your entry would be at the low of that candle. Don't set it just yet though. Wait for the candle to close this current 4 hour. To be honest, probably just target the 30, so things a little bit higher up. For that particular level, depending on your broker, my broker's chart's actually 33.74.47. The potential swing point some 40 pips above this swing high, so it's not that bad a stop loss. Measure that. Yeah, you're looking at about 40 pips. Targeting, well, probably again depending on a 1-to-1 minimum, but you see fit to secure some profits in between. We'll get to break even. That is totally up to you guys, but I'll let you guys know, keep you up to date as much as I can as to what I'm going to be doing in this situation. So we've got just over 2 and a bit minutes remaining. Looking at that potential entry, quickly looking at GJ, there is an entry as a chart I sent into the members group just before. We are bouncing off the support, so we want to close below it for rejection sells. We're below a 4 hour resistance though as well, so it's a bit tricky to buy it. Don't really have the margin, so I'd rather probably just see our price reacts to this resistance. We are still technically bearish in a 30-minute time frame, believe it or not, until we actually close above this resistance. I think it's the same on the 4 hour. 4 hour still got a little bit more. I mean, 4 hour technically not until these highs, but does look clean above that same level where the 30-minute will flip structure bullish. So as far as the buys, we probably want to start to see price pop above that point there for some cleaner buy options. We'll just mark that in. Yeah, so just quickly have a look at that. We can have a proper look at it again shortly, but that is basically the plan for GJ. Let's just keep an eye out on gold. All right, not what we want to see. Yeah, because it is the closure of the 4 hour, guys. So the last thing I want to do is get triggered in just now. The new candle wicks up, takes out stop loss, and then begins to dump. So, and the way this candle is closing to at the minute with the push back up suggests that perhaps we're grabbing liquidity from the downside, and we are still technically bullish the way I see it across the board. So at this rate, I'm likely going to wait to see how price reacts to 33.77. That's my personal opinion of the gold at the minute, guys. I'll make of that what you will. You can, don't forget though, please hit the like button on YouTube, TikTok, smash that screen for me. I'll get to you guys shortly. So let's move on to the final part that I will personally look at myself, but you guys can feel free to call some charts and I'll be more than happy to have a look at it for you. Let's have a look at German 40. And we're just broken above the resistance. Okay, so this is another chart I just sent into the members group. Let's quickly do the analysis on it. Excuse me. The weekly is forming a very strong bullish candle, so we're now above that 50% of that previous weekly candle. For those who watch me on the regular, you would notice significance of that level. So now if we begin to form support above it, then I believe there's a higher probability this weekly candle is going to end up being a very strong bullish candle, and we could even potentially be back up near the all-time highs. Onto the daily, candle probabilities here are also bullish, so that also goes perfectly in line with what I just mentioned on the weekly. Seeing we do have the high low higher high, there's no need to really pull back down and break our own low. Onto the 4 hour, we do have some margin to the upside as well. 4 hour trading some higher lows higher highs here. Actually, still in the way I see it, it's bearish. This is the last significant lower high, and until it actually closes above that point, structure itself is bearish. But it doesn't mean I would not be interested in buying it, seeing the move at the minute is quite strong bullish. Anyway, that was the resistance. That was the most recent support. Now let's make our way down to the M15. And that is also bullish. So we're bullish pretty much, apart from the 15-minute, we're bullish, the 4 hour. Bullish across the board. So let's now pull up the drawings yet again. So what I would like to see now is price pop back down to retest that zone. I don't think we've done so on any time, not even a 5-minute. Yeah, so I'd definitely like to see price pull back down to tap into that zone, and then potentially look at some buy options from above that point there. That is my opinion of German 40. Once again, full disclosure, I am not yet trading it live. I don't even know if I will trade it live. This is a beast in itself. Alrighty, team. Oof. All rejecting that little IC level on the hourly by the looks of things. Let's round that level again. All right. So we're just chilling for the time being. We want to see how the new 4 hour develops. We want to see if we end up back at that resistance for a potential sell option. Otherwise, we could be looking for continuation sells below the low. So the Asian session still technically open, but this indicator for me is the Asian session open to the EU open. I like to see the range. Seeing we have just now formed support, if we were to wipe that support out, that would be even a higher probability for me that price would continue to the downside. So let's just wait and see, guys. In the meantime, to my team, here is a link for you guys. We had a cracking sim sessions / premium white yesterday. It was pretty much just a sim session. The charts were shit house, but my word, did we put some effort into a new entry. We are trying, well, it's not really a new entry, but we're trying to gather as much data on the different time frames as to what is the most probable time frame to use this particular entry on. So I've added a new section to the Discord to document all that, and so far very interesting stuff. We will continue to do it, and that's what you got to do if you want to level up. That's what we do at A.C.T. Forex, Analyze, Confirm, Trade Forex. That's what I recommend most of you do if you really want to level up. So we're putting in the work, we're putting in the effort to get better, putting in the effort to adapt to what we often see, not fixated on one particular entry type or one particular edge in the market. We always look to how we can improve our trading. All right. First of all, start with YouTube. Franco, it's Mr. Tommy Jordan. G'day to you. G'day to both of you. James, like the new profile pic, mate. Looking very suave. Carl, as always, coming to you. Alex, good morning, mate. Tony Gold, Grand Rise to you. Barman, yep, give the stream a like. And TikTok, to the 69, 70 plus of you on stream at the minute. Thank you. And to the 7 new followers. Appreciate you. Steve, good morning to you, mate, as well. Let me have a look at the TikTok chat for 1 minute and see, have I missed anything? Luca, do you do live trading? Of course I do. If it presents, I have a plan. I've been over my plan for gold here today. If it presents, I'm more than happy to take a trade. So this is exactly why I was a bit concerned by any limit order, guys, because this candle closed too close to the limit order area. So for me, the likelihood was and is, and what it's exactly doing now is it's going to create the upper wick. And at that point, we don't want to be tagged out of a position. best just to wait and see where the upper wick, if we are to actually continue bearish in line with the previous two candles, where we may actually pull back to reject. And to me, it's this potential level here at 33, 77, 78, that sort of region. If we begin to pop above that resistance, got a little bit more resistance just to the left of that. So 33, 79, 50 could be perhaps a potential entry point to the upside. However, if we come straight from the lows of the day, I would want to see some sort of exhaustion. So I'd rather see something like this prior to the entry, trigger in some sellers, maybe make a little bit of a pullback. Doesn't have to look anything like that, but you guys get the drift. And then we begin to pop back above. That's when I would trust it. Not if it just comes straight from that point. Because to me, it's pushed too far at that point. It's very similar to yesterday. We would have pushed almost 100 pips. So I'd rather have got in from here, which I didn't have a signal to do so. I'd rather just wait for it to reset if that was to be the case. Back to TikTok. Braxton, 100%. 100, sorry. Braxton, not sure what that means, but welcome to you. And X, I believe it will sell off for around 100 pips, possibly. Once again, thank you to the new followers, the 10 of you so far. Don't forget to follow, guys. Don't forget, at some points, you gotta suss out the YouTube stream, guys, because as of next Wednesday, I'll be off overseas. Last time I tried to stream from Thailand, even using VPN, I was banned. I was blocked. Lost the account after 3 attempts. So YouTube, I've got no issues. So that's where you're gonna find me. I'll find me on TikTok. You'll find me definitely on YouTube. Josh, just London session open 8 AM BST. Not sure what BST is. I'm not from England, but yes, 8 AM English time, whatever UTC or whatever it is, I'm not sure. But basically 8 AM in England, that's when it opens, mate. So it's in just under an hour from now. The turn of this hour. Elizabeth, more into you. L, Michigan, all good, hope you're well. OTM, GJ buys. GJ buys, I'll have a look at it shortly. Noah, how long have you been training, man? Over 8 years now. Then Carter, buy or sell. Looking for possible sells, but not just yet. Henrik, yep, same thing. Swisher Clipper, no, I don't trade US30. No way. Empower Daily opens 8 AM UK time. The game changer, we have bullish hidden divergence, possibly. Don't know, I don't trade divergence. Daniel, going to you. Bezzy Bear Fams, good day to you. You know, K Styles Effects, welcome to you. Should we expect some sells? Don't expect nothing. Just react. That's what we need to do. Galvin Gallery, are you gonna buy or sell? Waiting for possible sells, but would change my mind as well. Bezzy Bear Fams, I just downloaded Xtrend. What do you think of it as start? No idea, to be honest. I don't use Xtrend, so I can't really help you in that regard. My apologies. In OK Styles Effects, are we selling soon or possibly, mate? I don't have a crystal ball to be able to tell you the exact time. Random, what is it any of your business? What my net worth is? Hamza, can somebody answer me in the chat because I can't hear right now? Sells or buys? Nothing at the minute, mate. Looking for sells. Humble, I would rather look for buys. Fair enough. All right, that's the TikTok chat. It's got a lot of good day to you. Gold might drop in the short term. Sketchmas, hello to you as well. Let's look at GJ. Yeah, possibly. Anyway, GJ buys. I don't see GJ buys. No, I don't see buys at all, unless it drops a little bit lower down, to be honest, because the fact of the matter is, I mean, he could sharpen his zone up, to be honest, to that resistance. Still don't think, it looks like, don't think you got the margin above there. You may, actually. but now that becomes the most recent resistance form within the daily candle. So the candle on the daily will be flipping bullish pretty much above that zone. So look, if we were to close above it, potentially there could be some buy options. We'll have the margin based on the minor time frame picture here, but not necessarily the 4 hour. 4 hour, you're pretty much running into resistance. However, the sells don't look all that bad. If it begun to pop below this, the session low, Asian session lows. Once again, my focus here is the gold. YouTube, if you could, don't forget to smash the like button. Discipline X key. People thinking that Justin is some wizard who knows where to buy and sell all the time. They should wonder how they went wrong. Oh, how they went wrong. Yeah, I understand that as well, mate. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I don't have a crystal ball. Trading isn't that easy when you can tell, you know, pinpoint exactly what time you're taking the entry. Look, some people have entries that would be for a specific time of day that they need to look for the one setup to present. That's as close as you will get to determining an actual time of entry. For me, it's literally a matter of waiting for my signal to occur at the destination I want the chart to be at, basically. So when that will happen, I have no idea. Sometimes it happens when I'm on stream. Sometimes it happens before. Sometimes it happens after it. Sometimes it happens when I'm not even on the charts. A lot of time it happens. That's trading. That's the story of trading, guys. What real issues am I in with the internet? Yeah, if I cut out again because it keeps dropping on my side of things here. So hopefully it's okay for you guys, but if it is lagging or cutting out, let me know. But if I do crash, I'll restart the stream. Tommy, yeah, it's all sorted now, mate. All good. All good to go. Transferred it all pretty much across now, so actually I withdrew a bit at the same time. Overseas travel ahead. Australian dollars shit the bed against the Thai baht, so I have to have a little bit extra. More silver buys. Yeah, I haven't bought silver for a few weeks now. I kind of feel bad about it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm still wanting to buy more. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean too. The real coin, not talking about trading it. Yeah, I think I'll probably yeah, I'll wait to make some more coin while I'm in Thailand trading and order it online, because it's all ordered online, my friend. So it's not, I don't actually have to go into a location, a brick and mortar store. What am I trading on, man? On Fire, MetaTrader 5. Nice update, actually. MetaTrader's got its act together. It's starting to look a lot better than what it used to. So yesterday I had issues accessing my terminal. There was an update. I could not log in for the life of me. I could only log into a demo account, but I couldn't even see most of the instruments. But I deleted the terminal, reinstalled the terminal, and it's all fixed. It's all good now. That 4 hour would have done two. Really? Oh yeah, I saw that here. Wow. Yeah, I was looking at it before. That's crazy. Happy to see it, mate. Maybe we should take note of that. If you want a screenshot and all that, you're more than welcome to always add to the journal at any point. We're gonna have to have a little bit of a chat about that too, because I'm just a little bit concerned by the fact that, hold on, will this continue all throughout? Because that's gonna mean it's in one massive toolbar, sidebar, sorry. So I'm not sure what we can do about that. If we can break it into a folder or something. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But no, that was a really good session yesterday. We're testing out an entry, and we'll be once again doing it today while we wait for the charts to present during the members call. All right, so gold pulling back here to a level of interest, guys. So we're just waiting to see what happens at the 33.77 sort of region, or if we do get maybe some sort of signal prior to it for a sell. So I'm really at this rate only interested in selling it, but again, I can't just sell it because I think it's coming down. I need to react and await a price action catalyst. What's my opinion on gold unreleased? Short term, like I mean soon, right now, I'd rather sell it. Not selling it just now though. The way I see it just now, I'd rather sell it, but it is bullish. So don't get me wrong, the structure is bullish, but we're just below resistance. We're pulling back to a level we have formed within a daily candle, which is forming bearish. As long as we respect that level, I do believe there's a higher probability that we may retest the low of the day, maybe even sweep the Asian session low before we end up popping back up, potentially in line with the trend. Michigan, yes, desktop version. Notice 3700 is coming. I believe so. Yeah, I also believe so. When? Again, don't have a crystal ball, but I do believe that will be eventually taken 3700. OTM with the what DXY is continuing downwards. Gold is kind of tricky right now. Yeah, and that's why I always say that they don't always inversely correlate, because they're both within the current daily candle moving bearish. Yes, the majors will, granted. If the majors are going up, that likely means that, well, it does mean DXY is going down. 100% it does mean DXY is going down, but not always with gold. Not always the case. So that's why I feel sometimes it's not that important for me to focus on. But trade gold, rather trade gold. It doesn't mean it won't. It doesn't hurt to have a look at it every now and again. Arafin, good morning to you, brother. Hope you're well. Unreleased. Okay, how do we join your VIP? Links in my profile page, my friend. It's all there. Ryder Miller, how would I be able to start trading with? What advice would you give to someone with no knowledge? Go to this particular website. It is for free. It will help you with all the terminology. It will even help you with starting, like to put together a strategy as well. We'll explain the different types of trading: swing trading, scalping, intraday trading, micro scalping, all the different forms of trading. It will also tell you what you need to do to get started, basically. Watch the streams on the regular. You'll learn a lot just by watching a stream. You'll start to pick up on the terminology and the way I trade. But there is so many different ways you can skin a cat. So what I do might not necessarily resonate with you. You might prefer to be in trades for longer. You might prefer to be a swing trader. We don't always have to be on the chart. See, for me, I've chosen a few hours of a day to trade, to look for my setup to present. If it doesn't present, it's no trade. That simple. So you need to choose what resonates with you. Price, you trade live for fun? Live. I did sign up to an FDMO account, but I've not paid for it yet, so we'll see. Galatoholic, what would be your TP today? There is no trade at the moment, but if I was selling it, I mean, probably just target the daily low again. Yeah, I've got to be careful reading some of these names. I'm just going to call you Luia. I'm going to read the end of that name. No, I've not answered yet. I like the profile pic though. O4B, is there any pairs that help with XAUUSD? I use XY as a support. Yeah, for the most part, that's the one. But again, I just don't think it's necessary, to be honest, because half the time, I mean, yes, they will inversely correlate, but not all the time. I mean, look at it now. They're both moving in the same direction. Both trending bearish within a daily candle. That's why I don't tend to focus on the DXY. Ryder Miller, yeah, you just need to do a little bit more research. O4B, good, all good, mate. Sebastian, good morning to you, my friend. My one and only YouTube member. Appreciate you, hope you're well. Oh, there's the internet. Not sure if you've seen, but I have been uploading some pre-wire market updates, or for you, basically. You're the only member at the minute. Yeah, got Nev, but Nev has joined the VIP. Yeah, there's some of those emojis. Just makes key. London has been shit this week, doing absolute, yeah, same as pretty much last month. But once again, I'm liking the level. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the way we are pulling back to this level with creating some clean candles on the approach. So if we did in fact reject and I did get a price action catalyst, I'd be more than happy to look for sells. Thank you to the new subs. Vandro, these indicators are a little bit different. This one here just displays how the daily candle is printing. So I don't have to always flick back to it. So I know we are still printing bearish here. So perhaps within this current bearish daily candle, we're just pulling back, once again, grab liquidity from the previous level of resistance form within it in order to make the move back down and potentially have the volume to create a lower low. That's why I like to have this there. This one just gives me the Asian session highs and the lows, basically. And what we often find is price will, kind of like a magnet, price tends to come back to it, either the high or low. What it will often do is it will break it and either pop back above, grab liquidity from the downside, and we end up pushing back bullish towards the high, and sometimes taking the high. Or it will break, for instance, the low, just using the low as the example, pulls back to that low, rejects it, and then we continue to the downside. So that's another little indicator I like to have, just so I know where we are within what the data had been created throughout the day in regards to the high and low. Fed Power, Mr. Fed Power is back. Mr. Jerome, what's the plan for gold? Looking for potential sells from the current resistance. If it does provide me a price action catalyst, I'm just going to remove that for the time being. I think we are distance off it. Right, Miller, I just don't know what people watch because I don't know who's actually good at teaching because of scam. Yeah, well, there's a lot of scammers. So you just need to, I would suggest watch the traders who trade live, because we put ourselves out there on the regular. There is nothing we can hide. You'll see us when we take trade. You'll see us when we win. You'll see us when we lose. You'll hear our thoughts and opinion of the trade, why we took it. Sometimes we take some bad trades. Sometimes I even say it was a shit trade. But for the most part, I'm very disciplined. Stick to my rules. And the win rate goes to show. I mean, the win rate is still over 80%. But we just need to trade with patience. That's what I do. Smack TV just joined for the first time. Nice to meet you. What do you think about gold right now? Nice to have you on the stream, mate. Looking for potential sells from the current resistance. It does begin to reject. Reason being, the daily is forming bearish. This is the daily candle printing. 4 hour could be breaking the high of that previous 4 hour shortly. And if that is the case, then perhaps the buys could be more probable. But we are at some resistance on the high time frame. We have been rejecting it. What I mentioned about the buys is prior to any entry, what I want to see is seeing we've come from the session low, the daily low. I want to see price triggering some sellers. A little bit of a pullback. And if we wipe those sellers out, pop above this resistance, that is at that point there, that is when I'd be comfortable to look for potential buy options. Without it, I'm just going to let it go. I'm not chasing it without it resetting, because the fact of the matter is, by the time it closes above that point, if it does not trigger in sellers, it would have pushed pretty much 100 pips. So similar to yesterday, I look at it thinking, why should I get involved now when I've missed the best part of the move? Yes, it doesn't mean it can't continue. It could continue, but I'm pretty late to it. So I'd rather let it reset. And to reset, what I would need to do is trigger in some sellers, create a little bit of a swing, wipe those sellers out, up above the resistance, and then I'm convinced perhaps we've grabbed enough liquidity from within the zone to once again continue back bullish. So that would be my plan to the upside. That's us. Mistake. What's a mistake? Make a doll collection. What's the name of the indicator? What, this one? This is just Asian session range. Just type in Asian session. This one is power 3. So Arafin UK is now trying to ban VPN. We turn into, yeah, I think Oz was considering it too. A joke, isn't it, mate? Super Tom 4000. How can you share screen in TikTok? You mean how do I go about streaming? Through TikTok Studio. For YouTube, I'm using some different software though, obviously. Moonstone Dash, what strat do you trade? Price action. Price action based on usually trading with the bias. The bias is determined by looking at multiple different time frames, starting at the higher time frame. But not always. I don't always have to trade with the bias. But for the most part, it's looking for price action to form and provide my signal at a particular level I want to get involved in the chart. I have many different ways of getting involved in trades. We do have, yeah, different entry types, entry models, whatever you like to call them. But it's based on price action. It's not, I don't use fair value ups or anything like that. Emery 399, do you think we see a new all-time high this year on gold? I personally think we will. Personally, if that's the question you're asking, I believe we will. Young Che Ming Nua, gold. Yeah, we're looking for potential rejection sells. Don't yet have a catalyst. Let's look at a 5 minute here. Got some support. All right, so maybe we need to be below that point there. Rider, yeah, it will sound like that. So that's why I told you it's probably best for you to go to, once again, I'll type it in. Rider, yeah, you look up trading and it's instantly just TJR or someone else. Don't even know what TJR is. Yeah. Arafin, always hear people say reset. What does it mean? Reset? Oh, as in like let the chart reset to provide a price action signal. That's what I mean by it. So for me, if it creates the push up, then that's the move. It's not reset to give me my potential entry to the upside. So that's pretty much what I mean by that. ATM, what about some pullback into, yeah, I don't trade fair value gaps. Moonstone, how do you determine bias and what's your entry criteria? I determine bias a bit differently. So I look at starting the weekly and how the candle's printing. Usually this time of week, I'm starting to revert to the current weekly, unless early in the week we have already a high low, higher high, which we had on gold. But either way, that previous weekly was a strong bullish candle, so I just look at the candle itself. Daily, I look at the candles as well. Previous candle was a weak bullish candle, higher high, higher low. Also look at the levels we're at, and 4 hours where I start to look at structure. We do it a little bit differently here. Look for a 2 or more consecutive counter pullback in the opposite direction to the trend. The lowest point of the trend was down here. Prior to it, we're bullish up here. This is a swing point here. We flip the structure on closing below that swing point, and since we've been trending bearish, creating lower highs, lower lows. However, we have flipped the structure back bullish since closing above this swing point here. And at this rate, we have not yet confirmed a higher high. Yes, we've traded a higher high, but we need to close above the high. So we've wicked above it, but we've not closed above the highest point of the swing high. So the origin of that swing high is this swing low. So as long as we really remain above that swing low and within this swing high, we're bullish. If we create a higher high, then the swing low will be this point here. Basically, that is 2 or more consecutive counter pull back in the opposite direction. And that is where the structure would flip if it was to close back below. That's how we go about it. It doesn't mean we just buy off the back of that. We've got to determine what levels we're at. Now look at the 15-minute, and that, the way I'm looking at it, is still technically just bullish. It has not closed below this swing low. Close to it, but not quite. And that gives me my overall bias. So my actual overall bias is bullish, but however, we are at some resistance. The daily candle is forming bearish, and we're forming some structure to the downside. We have respected the high of that previous daily, so I see some potential opportunities to sell it. Our friend also apparently BTC will soon better than real estate, possibly. Some people are now accepting it for real estate purchases here. That is fact. Ryder Miller, I'll definitely look into it. Yeah, just look into it and you'll start to understand more of what I'm talking about. So I can understand it sounds like a different language for you. As buy, no, not for me at the minute. Arafin's to break that, do we make higher high and close above, or just close above? Retest and answer. Oh, here. Yeah, as I mentioned, one trigger in sellers. Prior to it. Structure, to flip a structure, you need closure above or below. Newsland Dash, valid. I told you look for buyers rather than sell. Mate, not a problem. I'm not in a buy, not in a sell. You do you, I do me. All good. Sebastian, but I'm the only one who got a special video yesterday. Very helpful, especially because this analysis and my subsequent ones resulted in some very good profits. Nice work, mate. Happy to hear it. Yeah, I'll continue to do it. So we'll to participate in the entire gold swing. Fantastic, my friend. Really happy to hear it. Good work. Very good work, my friend. YouTube, guys, only 19 likes. You need to get that like count up for me if you may. Thank you. Ryder, kind of. Do have other interests in the background. But I do trade the same session every day. Same time, basically. Very VPS 96 break of 33.80, then look for buys, right? Yes, but not necessarily that easy. Wanted to trigger and sell, seeing what come from day low. Tommy, appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
So what happens now, Justin? Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Click onto that. Click onto the backtesting. It's now labeled in like little forums.
Ah, beautiful. And we click on it, and
then it opens into like a separate tab.
Nice one.
And then basically they stay on the side, but they'll only stay on there for an hour. So after an hour, if no one's been on them, they just basically shrink back into this.
Okay, yep, into the folder. Nice one. Appreciate it. Very snazzy. Will do you trade MY session? Not really. free and wide for the team a couple days a week, but not really that far into the session. Swisher Clipper needs to make a high low after the resistance. That would be, yeah, that is the other option. Close above, pulls back to create a high low. I would prefer it to respect this level though of resistance and then look for above. Moonstone, I think gold already reversed. I don't believe there's going to be another retracement downwards, just rally. Possibly, we'll see, mate. This boy fine. I bought at 33.70. Hold. Have a play, mate. You bought at lows. I'd be pretty happy with that. All right, TikTok, YouTube, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a couple minutes. And yeah, there's nothing right now. So, chill. Maybe get a cup of coffee or something. And I'll catch you guys in another minute or two. Alrighty team, I am back. Gold potentially rejecting here. Alright, let's see. Do we have any sort of margin below 15 low? 15 pips. Let's look at a 4 hour again. Expecting the high of that previous candle. No, we're not actually. We've broken it. Alright, we'll see how this 15 closes, guys. Got the 5-minute support. We want to be below it. The issue is we got a little bit more support here to the left. Moonstone, anyone here funded? About to shoot down, potentially short it. Not just yet, but potentially soon. Yeah, I'd be protecting my profits as well. Thank you for sharing a live as well, JC. Appreciate it. What's going on YouTube? Anyone currently in any trades? Once again, please, if you could, hit that like button. It's only 22 likes. Let's get the numbers up. Once again, TikTok, you guys at some point are gonna have to jump across to YouTube. Not saying today, but at some point, be sure to subscribe to YouTube channel, because when I'm overseas as of next week, I'm likely gonna struggle to stream on TikTok, because last time I did it, it bypassed the VPN. And I lost this particular account that I'm streaming on now. It took me 6 months or something for it to be given back to me. Don't use VPN, use proxy. I have no idea when it comes to computers, mate. CBS kids, what's up? JC, yeah, all good, man. Hope you are. Proxy servers? Is that VPS? Yeah, I'm shit when it comes to technology, mate. This please, can you use charts in bomber clat? Just clap type price action. You smoking something this morning, mate? Let us know. What is going on? All right, so the 15 is trying to reject. As the 30 printing. All right, so I want to be back below. Where's the low in this candle? $33.76.49. Spreads a lot at the minute. Wow. Got a half a pip spread on gold. Very low. All right, so could we have some sells here? We've tapped into the resistance, which we rejected pre-Euro, or during the Asian session, actually. Sorry, yeah, during lunchtime, Asian session, basically. Nice long rejection week of this M15 as well. So we could be closing below 5-minute support. We wanted to close back below this blue zone. I wanted to pop back up because that would be a very weak closure on 15. So let's see, we've got just over 30 seconds left, guys. I will let you know if I'm going to take it. Galvin, 100. No, not quite. Oh, it's flipping back bullish on my broker's account. Let's see. All right, not a bad closure. We need up a wick. I'm on the 15. All right, I might look to sell gold if it breaks the low. Stop loss back above that swing point. Entry. Wait, I just make sure that is 2 pips below. Yep, so 33.76.29. And it's a couple pips below the low of that previous candle. Now, if this candle pulls back too far, then I'm just going to wait yet again. Remove the order and wait. So, not in just yet. Let's monitor it a little bit in the 5 minute as well. So we're closed back below that resistance, not quite below the actual support itself, but we've closed well below the bodies. So we'll just wait and see. If it pops up too far, then I'm just going to remove it and wait again. Wait for session open.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
How are you, mate?
Hey, not so good.
It's no good. Oh,
Back then.
oh,
Yeah.
we're in.
Why? How come?
Sorry, mate. Just been triggered in.
All good.
We're in and we're moving. All right, got about 6 pips on the table by the looks of it. Not four. There we go. There we go. All right. Break even. And it looks like that's going to be a quick little scalp. So I had about 8 pips on the table. Here we go. Yeah, I'm at break even, team. Because we're tapping into his 5 minute support. You had 9 pips on the table, guys. So I'm at break even. We are pre-London open. We're tapping into some 5 minute support here. So let's see. Might take me out before. But again, moving into London Open, I want to be a little bit cautious with it. But yeah, friend the plan. It's telling me you're at break even as well, targeting Asian session lows. Yeah, I've not secured a thing. ETH Marchant. Stop loss is an entry at the minute. So I wanted to drop a bit more before securing. I've got about 5 pips on the table at the minute. I had a 9. Friend the trend told me, that's it. Yeah, it could take me out. Might take me out first. But again, happy with the management either way. In OK styles effects, well, I will be targeting Asian session lows, but I will secure, if it drops, breaks zone low, then we're likely going to start to push a little bit more. To that point, I'll probably start to secure some profit pre-London Open, but I could be about to be taken out break even. Still just in it. Oh, so close to being taken out. Just still in it. Let's see, maybe I was spared. Break even. On a drop again. No upper wick on this 5 minute low, so that doesn't look great. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, if we break our own low, we've just done that. So a little bit more and I might start securing. There we go. There we go. I've secured. I'm going to secure half. Going to secure half because we're tapped into this 5 minute support here. So I've secured half the position while we're tapping into it. And there's a quick win. Just trying to plan. That's how we roll. Nice work. Tell me your entry is the previous M15 low. Yeah, that was my entry. Just below, obviously. Nicely done. Good work, guys. Let's go to Lotto. Thank you. Yeah, so we're still running at 10 pips at the minute. With 8 minutes until session opens, so make that what you will. The issue with this and why I've chosen to secure some profit, and here we go now, guys. Wow, really starting to drop. The issue as to the reason as to why, sorry, I decided to secure some profits is because we're out of 5 minute support. We've also coming to session open here, so there's a good chance we're going to pull back to leave a low wick. In the meantime, it may drop a little bit further. Fantastic if it does, because then there's more chance that I'll be kept in the trade as it creates the upper wick at session open. But if it pulls back to leave the upper wick, then I haven't secured anything. To leave the lower wick, sorry, and I've not secured anything, what's likely going to happen is session open is going to come along. Price is going to create the upper wick, tag me out, and then potentially drop. And I don't really want to re-enter, to be honest. I'd rather just accept this trade. And we're currently running. Yeah, so we're currently running 13 pip profit. Why is my pip counter not showing? So nice work. Good work, guys. Easy done. Well done to those who have taken it. Well done to those who are currently in this trade. TikTok, let me know if you have. We also bearish divergence, game changer. Fair enough. You only trade gold, Jiggy. Yep. Game changer 33, 65, 50 is coming, baby, after this joint. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you, mate. You get the same treatment any other person does who comes on here trying to promote their own group, and we are dropping. So at about 14, 15 pips on the table. Kimberly, it's not, it's trading. Thoughts on XRP booming? Roaring Gorilla, do you not ask this yesterday? Yeah, I believe it probably will, to be honest, but I don't want to jump in just now, even though it's probably still a good level, because I've missed the boat. I remember when this was 20 cents, I was buying it. 40 cents, and I was buying it. Sold out. Sold out. I had reasons to sell out at the time. Now look at it. Back up towards $3, so I'm not going to buy in at this point. So we're still in this gold trade, guys. Well done to anyone who did take it and managed to secure some profits with us. Let me screenshot it. So all these trades get screenshotted and sent into my trade journal in the VIP group. Not only that, I do a video update as to why I took the trade, just to give the guys an understanding of my thought process and how I went about taking a trade, how I went about managing the trade whilst I was in it. It's a really good way to level up. And why is it doing that? It's frustrating. Use my French. Right again after. Come on, goal. Boonstone TP 3356. TPB 3370, targeting the daily low, the NTP. I've already secured some profit though. Push a clipper Discord cost, $1 a day. $1 a day. You get access to the course. The course is over 140 pages of work. Put together myself. It's got video content within it, screenshots, dot to dot points as to how to take entries and what to look out for. Plus the update, which will happen over the next few weeks. There'll be an update to the course, likely over the next month. And plus access to the group, the sim sessions. We're testing an entry at the moment, really stringently. We're going through it, all the different time frames. There's a call pretty much every day, other than Saturday, and every second Sunday. 04B, yes. No, I wouldn't jump in now, mate. We're 20 pips in profit almost. 18 pips in profit. Lovely done. Lovely work, guys. TP is the Asian session low. Uzi. Yes, surely. We've got London Open surely, so. Well, let's look at it actually. Let's look at NQ. Come on, guys. Smash the like button. YouTube. You guys need to help me out. Still sloping down. It's got it. Yep. Still got a runner. Okay, thank you. Amen. Too late center. Yes. Christopher, thank you. Scotto, thank you. And as always, Tommy. So, smashing it. We're killing it, guys. I think that's 6 or 7 in a row now on stream. And we still don't get enough love on this stream. Because I'm not in and out every 2 minutes in a trade. Alright, NQ for our friend who asked politely. So NQ, so we're forming on the weekly a very strong bullish candle. Very strong rejection on that previous weekly candle. Let's move on to the daily, see what we've got. Okay, so the daily we have the previous candle closed bearish, strong bearish. Current candle lower high, lower low. Let's mark in the low of the candle. Let's also mark in the high, see what we've got either side of it. Onto the 4 hour here, but the candle probabilities are bearish. The 4 hour is definitely bearish in structure. We have created a high. Are we now, well, we create a high low, but are we now pulling back to potentially create a lower high? Still some momentum in the previous few candles though, so not convinced just yet. This could be the highest point of the pullback. What I'd be doing is marking the lows of support here. Resistance, I mean, it's back up at these highs. Let's make our way down to the 15. All right, so what I would be looking at here, so the 15 is also, no, it's bullish actually. No momentum at the minute, to be honest. I wouldn't trust the buys and I wouldn't trade this time of day. I would preference the sells. Just where we're at, we've created a pretty big move to the upside with, at least we have had some exhaustion. So if it was to continue, I can understand why. But I just don't like the way price action is at the minute. There is no real momentum to it. So I'd rather look for this price to pop below that support at 23,180, reject, and look for a sell back down to the support here at 23,158, where you could potentially look for a buy from that point. Otherwise, if it pops up out of nowhere, I'd be looking for a rejection of the resistance at 23.24, and that's pretty much how I would be playing it. I don't trade it. I wouldn't trade it this time of day. But that's my personal opinion of it, seeing you asked. All right, guys, so just under a minute till session open. If you've not secured anything, at least be at break even. So I've secured the most, for the most part, most of the position now. And we're just continuing to smash it, guys. Versal on gold, got a lotto. Don't see it just yet. I still believe we could continue bearish. We break the low of that, the current candle that's printing. It's got a low. Trading C is C, where you make profit from movement the asset using front of your eyes. Yeah, you're trading currencies or commodities, whatever it is, metals against the currency. whichever way you think it's going. So we got session open, guys. So we're still, wow, drop me good thing. Got no upper wick, so wanted to break the low, then there's more chance of it continuing. So yeah, I've got no upper wick, guys. Be careful if you're not, again, if you're not at break even, but I would definitely be at break even. Elanco Jotzi, hello to you. Welcome. Close or no? Yeah, I mean, I've closed the majority of the trade. So I've secured the profits. If it breaks the low, there's a good chance it will continue bearish. I've still got a small position running. I mean, these Asian lows are coming. Looking nice, mate. I've left a position for that if it does in fact occur. So it does look good if we break. And we are about to. Wow, this thing is dropping like it's hot. Got 27 pips on the table, guys. Here we go. Wow. Smash the like button. You guys can do it. Takes one thumb or finger, guys. That's all it takes. Just smash the like button for me. We're dropping. Killing it continually on the stream. Devo FX cartel bearish day today. My forecast. What's your thoughts? Tell me what's your thoughts. You've probably got the data. I believe if we respect this resistance, yes, I do believe so. The way daily is printing. Thoughts on bearish daily?
So apparently it's a 94.4% chance we're gonna have a bearish candle
Today?
Yeah.
Okay. Data doesn't lie. Stats don't lie. So I believe we're likely hitting bearish as well.
I'm gonna hold a big runner even if to take this Asia lows. I'm holding it.
Yeah, nice one. I don't blame you. I'm gonna just target that. I'll be happy with that, to be honest. Yeah. So for me, again, I'm still I look at the particular levels within it to look for entries, and as long as we respect those levels, I do believe we'll likely continue bearish. Tommy's got the data. He's a big data man, and that only, you know, helps when it comes to your trading for sure. Alex, thank you for sending that GG, whatever it is, sticker, I assume. Thank you. Why? Can you explain the time frames you use? So predominantly the 15, but also the 5 we use to add confluence to entry. I'll also use the 4 hour for its structure and just to see how the candles are printing, what sort of levels we're at. Daily and weekly also to see how they're printing, and as opposed to the previous candle as well. So continuing to kill it, guys. Scotto, if the indexes drop, then gold will be higher. Yeah, not necessarily, not always. I mean, let's have a look at DXY. What's it doing just now? Popping up a bit. Yeah, so potentially. Gold is going down. That's what would normally happen. I'm assuming the majors will be going down at the minute. Yep. So everything seems quite normal at the minute. Oh, you're Stephanie Sell raw dog, you know, stop last time. Oh god. I'm sure you're a stop loss though. Yeah, I'm still a bit concerned by the fact it's going upward, so I've secured the majority of the position. Happy with the profit. What have I missed on the tickety talk? Andrew 9782, cheers mate. Got my beer money for nice one, brother. Good to hear it. Paraffin could drop to 51. What's at 51? Well, there is clean. That's why I don't know exactly why Tommy's holding, because there is some very clean traffic below. Potentially. I mean, it could. Order block. Sir, is there any breakout next? Breakout below the current daily low. Look, it similar to what I mentioned about any possible buys. We have come from, for the buys, we have come from the daily low, only to pop back into a level of resistance where I was looking for potential options to sell it. Or if I was to buy it, what I want to see was price triggering sellers, wipe those sellers out, pop above, and then I'd be confident enough that we've grabbed enough liquidity. We've had a bit of exhaustion prior to an entry, which has come from the low, to look for buys. So similar to the downside here, if we were to come from the most recent resistance formed, swept some resistance which had been formed on the move within a daily candle to the downside, we would come straight from that level bearish. I would want to see price trigger in some buyers, at least close back a candle on the 15, I would say back bullish off the support, and then wipe those buyers out in order to trust any sort of continuation sell below the low. That is my opinion of it. But again, currently running these gold sells in some nice profit, so I've secured majority of the position, letting a small runner do its thing, and happy days. Dylan, diesel bad. It's not even going to reach 33.65. Maybe not, who knows? It's going to 3400 today still, who knows? Maybe it's one crisp, probably going to hit 33.70 and break a structure back up. Maybe. Buy zone 33.70 to my Thai friend in the chat. Yeah, potentially, but what I would prefer to see, that was to be the case, is price sweep the low of the Asian session, only to pop back above it, form some support back above it, maybe even consolidate a bit in the 5-minute, break above the consolidation, close above it, and start to form that bit of structure, and then look for an entry to buy it, because that is a potential option as well. However, what we need to consider is we do have some very, very clean traffic below that support itself. So seeing we are creating a series of lower lows, lower highs within the daily candle, that could still continue. You could argue here, I would say it's an equal high basically. And if we were to in fact pop below low, that back in reject, then I do believe there's a good chance we will continue to the downside. So YouTube, every time you take a trade, the numbers go down afterwards. What are you guys doing? This is huge. Scotto, thank you, mate. Yeah, look at this, guys. We are killing it. I don't know why my pip counter's not working on Magic Keys, but currently in 36 pips profit on that trade. Yeah, him back T. Which session is best to trade? Goldie thing? They're all okay, in all honesty. I like Asian session as well, but I choose not to trade because I like to do other things throughout the day. I go to the gym. Some of the days I'm occupied with another business on the side. But otherwise, I mean, London has been slow for the past month or so, but today's been really nice. The price action, nice and clean. NY, there's always going to be moves. However, there's always, well, not always, but probably every other day there's high impact news. So you need to be wary of that. So what I would suggest is choose the time that suits you best and focus on training your edge, training your plan, have some rules and stick to it. And that's what you need to do. Switch a clipper. Yeah, still got a really small position. Naz Dream Lux TP. TP is these lows. 33.70 is where I've got the TP. Becky FX time frame on right now the M15, but we use the 15 and 5-minute as the confluence here. 5-minute closure back below, obviously 15 back below as well, but we closed below the bodies of the counts that had form support. Upper wick entry is broke low, and the rest is history. No name, g'day to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Spewing got slipped bad for entry and got stopped. Never mind, mate. But all good, all good. There's always another opportunity. Thank you, mate. Hit one, Chris. Do you give free signals while on stream? I take a trade, I do. You speak French? So TP, I've already secured majority of the entry. Not sure how to explain that in French. But otherwise, this level here would be what I'm targeting the runner. Michigan, yes. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have secured anything. Switch your clipper. I'm not scared. I've secured the majority of my position. I don't see anything scary about it. If there was anything scary about it, I wouldn't have taken a trade. So that's all good. Natty, I like how you explain. Not lots of traders do. Not a problem. I give away free gems on the stream on the regular, so make sure to watch the regular. Tommy, you're targeting a 5 IC for full TP. 5 IC. In regards to this support, I mean, I know that's not one there, but you're talking about below. You're talking about here. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Yep, I see it. Yep. Fair enough. Making light work of this entry, guys. Michigan, no. Discord. It's all there, guys. It's all there under my profile page. There's a link. Once again, guys, while I've got over 200 of you on the stream, you guys need to do me a favor. At some point, you need to jump across to the YouTube stream. I'm not saying right now. I am streaming live on YouTube as well. It's a better picture as well, by the way, guys. You get the full layout, you get the full screen, you get the numbers, everything. At some point, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube stream. Reason being is because as of next Wednesday, I will be over in my home away from home, which is Thailand. Last time I tried to stream from there, this account got banned. I tried 3 times, I got banned 3 times, and account got blocked for 6 months. YouTube, I have no issues. So at some point, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the exact same profile name. You cannot miss it. Rafai, you're a high school student, look to start. Should I? Mate, I wish I knew about trading it when I was in high school. Nothing wrong with it. I would highly recommend it. Even if it's just on a demo as a student and you don't really probably have the money to spend on it. Always a good time to learn, mate. So once you do have the cash, mate, trust me, you may not need to work again. So D2 smooth, just subscribe, appreciate it. Yeah, but definitely not your last. I agree with that comment. Where should you start? Start here. This particular website's for free. It helps with terminology and everything. All right, guys, we are dropping here. Wow, what a beautiful sight this is. Currently almost 50 pips profit, guys. Yeah, so I'm about to pull TP. Light work. Hit one, Chris. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. But again, only focus. I would only consider anyone who live trades because we're not hiding shit. We do it live on stream for you guys to see. Gee, you closed a nice one. Sebastian, you missed the trade, so searching for another. Most people only search for trades to copy. No learning, no research. Take your trades or go. Oh, in regards to the people left the stream, yeah, I understand. It's true. You're just looking for signals, which I understand. But if you want to actually learn to trade and fish for yourself, you're going to be much better off because you can provide your own signals. That's what I did. I realized I was paying $250 US a month for an education, Forex and crypto education, trading education, which includes signals. Did I make any of that money back? No, I lost it all. It was bullshit. It was just baby pips, which is what I generally say to people to go to first, with some signals that will copy from somewhere else, and I fell for it. Didn't make a cent. So I learned the hard way. And I learned the best way to go about it is to hunt your own signals. Not hunt, but to allow signals to come to you. Have a plan, trade your plan, trade what works for you. Very simple. Sketchmas it is now on YouTube behavior. Too smooth TV, I just close full, nice one. I like when my ideas match other trade, nice one. That's always good. Yeah, I'm tempted to close the whole thing, to be honest, guys. Yeah, I'm also done. Yeah, so I'm closing it at 45 pip profit, roughly. I wish I could read that out. Made me laugh. Okay, hello to you. 04B, just join your YouTube, so much clearer, bro. Nice one. Yeah, it is much clearer picture. You got the layout. It's just the overlay, sorry. It looks more professional as well.
So Justin,
yeah, mate.
Did you block Tommy right now?
I don't know. I have to think about that. I probably should, but he's of too much value to block him. Nah, I think I'll let him get away with it. He's one of the only ones who could say that and get away with it. What are you looking at today, Franco? Any trades? You take this gold trade or?
No, I'm sorry for that to jump.
No, all good, mate. All good.
I took the trade. Today I have some back pains.
Oh, that's not good, mate.
It's really a pain.
Yeah, back pain is a pain. It's terrible.
So I'm looking for nothing today. I was right now only looking on the stream, and I didn't took this the trade you took. I was not prepared at the end.
That's all good.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's not a good day for me today.
Yep. No, don't force it. If you're not comfortable, mate, there's always another day. So.
But it was a nice call from your side, man. So absolutely. So this time, and I'm thinking maybe that it will go further down, but I don't think it makes sense to secure something.
Yep.
I don't know how much you have gained with that.
In the end, 46 on the last position, I think it was. My pip count is not working. I've got to probably don't have it activated on Magic Keys because I had to reinstall Magic. Well, not reinstall it, but link it to my new terminal.
Okay, because you have a new account since yesterday.
Yeah, the new terminal on that. So
yeah,
gotta set the parameters properly. Yeah. So it was about 46 on the last position.
very good. Not bad, I would say.
Not a bad, yeah, not a bad first trade of the week in the end that was. So yesterday I couldn't trade. Yeah. Discipline scheme, now I've closed it. Sorry, mate.
What about yesterday? You talked about something new.
Oh yeah, we did testing of the different time, well, the 4-hour we concentrated on yesterday using the IC entry.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all in there. We want to develop it to the point where we can just have the data to suggest it's going to work, 80% of the time, whatever, and we can just take it, trust it. At that point, we can just set limit orders as well and still trade within it. Still look for our scalps within that trade itself, but we can have that set knowing that there's a high probability it's going to be a profitable trade. So
Understood. Okay.
yeah, and we're testing out as in what to do is in when to get to break even, so you don't get to break even too soon and it tags you out. We're noting all the data in regards to that, like how far it may go into drawdown, how far it may have gone into profit before it pulled back to the entry, so on and so forth. And
Is this the session was recorded from yesterday?
it wasn't recorded, no, but all the trades are documented.
Okay,
We probably could record it, but for the most part we're just
only asking. Yeah.
yeah. Look, we may record it. Yeah, we'll see. No, it's this mix here. I've closed the whole thing now. Too Smooth TV. I mainly trade London. Efficiently hard to find others who trade this early. Oh, definitely. Okay. Yeah, TikTok's great promotion though. It is. You see buys above 34.40.8. Far off it, to be honest. I'm not really concerned by that point. As far as eventually 34.48. Yeah, I mean, there's clean traffic there. I'll probably look for buys well before that though. And there we go. Tommy.
Balls are still, Justin. Balls are still.
Wasn't that a show? I swear that was a show at some point. Probably too crude these days for, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Getting a bit personal now. Chris, there is a free and paid version. The free version, not much happens, to be honest. Most of the guys are quiet within it. Look at this thing drop, guys. So full TP smashed. Full TP smashed. Well done to anyone who took the trade. No, you buy. Okay. Close hold 51. Well, look, it's melting through now, but that was my end target. But I, again, chickened out just a little bit higher up. But yeah, I was still happy with the profit, so either way. Pusher Clipper, not gonna lie, I did not expect that. Absolutely insane. Glad you kept the runner in. But that's the whole point about trading. Have no expectations. Just trade what you see. Your bias may have been bullish, so that's great if you didn't take the sell and you stuck to your bias. But for me, there was no reason not to take an entry just there. Clean trap to the left, it makes absolute sense as to why it's come back down to that point. And that's the beauty of trading. Everyone has a different idea. Everyone sees things slightly differently. Some will see it the exact same way. Hit one, Chris. How long? Probably the next, I don't know. I'll say 15, half an hour. Up 45 minutes maybe. I want to see how far this drops more than anything. This boy 5, how now buy? Nah, definitely not for me. Paraffin, spiders. Actually, spiders not regularly, but you do see them maybe once every few months, I suppose. In regards to anything venomous and or poisonous, anything that looks pretty bad. Wow. So as mentioned before, makes sense because we're into clean traffic. Hey Tommy, this could be your one trade that makes the month. You might not be trading after today.
That'll be it, Justin.
Wow.
Retire for the rest of the month.
Mate, if you got the return on it, why not? Again, that's the beauty of trading. I've known of a swing trader who literally would do that. Would take one trade and sometimes let it run for a few months, and we'll call it pretty much for the next few months, just one trade. But we're talking about big lots, swing trading big lots as well. Paraffin, yep, it is melting. Order block sell. Yeah, to me you're a bit late. So as I mentioned before about potential buys, exact same to the downside here. Want it to reset. It's come from these highs without any exhaustion. So prior to any further sell options, I believe it would be best to trigger in some buyers, make a bit of a pullback, then begin to pop back below, or perhaps sell the lower high pullback. Eddie, can I check the NQ 30-minute time frame? I can. All right, potentially an interruption just here. Yeah, it's honing in on resistance, so I personally would not be buying it. The 15 looks all right. Bronze 1. You ask me yes or no, I say no. Aaron, can I look at TRP on ASX? It's an equity. We were talking about, so ASX, so here, tissue repair, LTD. See, it's too hard for me to chart any of this or give you my opinion because of all the market gaps, unless it's on the high time frame. So what I say to you is the 4 hour is bullish. I would say it's best above that resistance or upon a pullback. Daily, you got counter probability to the upside, so daily looks like it could potentially continue bullish, but it also is overextended, or doesn't necessarily mean it's overextended, but you've had multiple bullish candles in a row. So at some point this thing's going to make a bit of a pullback. It could be today, it may not be today, but counter probabilities are about to be to the upside, so that would suggest that we're likely going to continue bullish. There's a good chance, but it's very hard for me to chart or give you my thoughts on anything that doesn't really, when it looks like that, when we've got massive gaps. The other thing I would probably look for is maybe a pullback to that point for a buy. Order block will retrace and then go down again? Potentially, yes. Tay Gallus dropped to 33.54. Potentially. Carl, possible second entry on gold if we get a close and retest. Yeah, no, I still prefer it to trigger in some buyers, to be honest, prior to any other entry. G also checking out, but we have built in profit, so good start to the day. That's it, mate. Smack TV. So I got into a sell right now. Should I get out? Yeah, I think you're a bit late to the party, my friend, to be honest. Yeah, we're in sells from up here. I wouldn't be jumping in sells just now, personally. All right, once again, TikTok, please don't forget, some point in time you need to sub to the YouTube channel. You need to sub. Help me out, and that way you can also watch me when I'm overseas. You'll have no issues, because YouTube, I don't have any issues streaming from anywhere in the world. TikTok, I do. TikTok will likely ban me if I try to stream again from overseas. Hey, 90k in 3 days, nice one. Humble, why not keep pushing on TikTok? I will, but as I mentioned, I am going overseas for a bit. Last time I was over in Thailand, they're a lot more strict with it under their jurisdiction. I tried to use a VPN, and the VPN was set to Melbourne, where I'm from and where I'm streaming right now from, but it bypassed the VPN, and tried, I think it was 3 or 4 attempts, and they ban your account, lock your account for 6 months, I think it was. I don't have any issues on YouTube. I've never had an issue. That's why I'm saying to you guys, it's probably in your best interest. Plus the picture's much better. Again, you get the full overlay on YouTube. So that was stream record number 120 wins. 120 wins. My dyslexia kicking in. 29 losses. And 17 break even since the beginning of the stream, just over a year ago. Bayside, Triple R. One only. I think it's a good time to buy. Not just yet. No, not for me. VPN is virtual proxy. Is your hardware? Okay. Triple R or not Triple R? 5 hours. Nice. Yourself, I'm assuming you're from Melbourne as well. What is happening to our city, our state, our country, mate? It's an absolute shambles. Gibbs, thank you for sharing a live. But a block, I believe it's not the best time to buy or sell. Yes. They stopped collecting the bins over here, Arafin. Well, what are you supposed to do with your rubbish? Becky FX, you're from Jamaica? Okay. So the current daily is printing a very strong bearish candle. With Tommy's got the data to suggest it's going to close bearish as well. So, I mean, that just only helps because you're looking then for levels within the candle itself or levels on the chart that we could potentially reject, and this happens to be a good level. So now we've made this the move. Perhaps we need to consolidate for a bit below that support and remain below it, and then look for further sell options moving forward if people were to hang around, or look moving forward, sorry, into PMY for entries. Otherwise the pullback sells. Like so, let me check the 5-minute here. Is there any? Well, there is. Possibly I'd pick the one higher up. Got a little IC candle just there. That could be a potential re-entry moving forward. I'm all very patient, thank you. That's what works for me, for most traders. Any good trader would tell you the same thing. We don't always need to be in the markets. We just need to be in at what we determine to be the right time. Because we know at that point there's a high probability we will be correct. Doesn't mean we're always correct, but there's a good chance we will be correct. What's a retracement? Potentially. AMM, how should we wait for a buy? Yeah, I will not be buying just now. You need to see a little bit of maybe structure, even on a 5-minute form here, correlating with maybe a 30 closing back bullish. The momentum is very bearish at the minute. We've got a very strong bearish daily candle printing, as we can see just here. We've got still these candles were strong body candles, so it still suggests the volume is to the downside. So you definitely need at least like an M30 closing back bullish, maybe 15-minute strong bullish, weak bearish scenario, creating that minor resistance back at support, and that will likely also give us a little bit of structure on maybe the 5-minute time frame, like so, and that may give you enough reason to look for a pullback buy. I would be a little bit concerned by that level though. I will completely agree. Thank you, mate. G, you think it's going down to 33.40? Yeah, I think 50 anyway is on the cards potentially. Order blocks all here. Violetta Miller. Buy now? Not just yet. No, I don't believe it's the best time. Have we tapped into that? I see. We have to. Wow, interesting. I'm gonna take note, see how price reacts to that level. Not selling it, not re-entering. Happy with that initial trade. I just want to see how price reacts to it, just for out of matter of interest. What is this? This is gold. Is this trading? Live trading? And Suray, I think goes 34 before it goes down. Maybe, who knows? Arafin, nothing for you to steal. Yeah, let's be careful, guys. Let's be careful, okay? To be honest, the whole situation shits me, and I don't have sides. I don't pick sides. I just don't like what I'm seeing here in my country. I don't like all these stupid protests continuing day in, day out. It's a pain in the ass. All it does is disturb people. They shut the friggin' Sydney Harbour Bridge on the weekend and burnt the Australian flag. That is an outright disgrace. That is a disgrace. And nothing is done. Not one thing is done. Enough's enough. In all honesty. My opinion. It shits me to tears. If they want so concerned, bugger off. Go there. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna piss people off, but I couldn't care less. This is my opinion. Because it's enough's enough. It's not our war. It's nothing to do with us. This is Australia. They will not put up with it. No way would they put up with it in Asia. No chance. No chance. Shits me to tears. See it on the daily. All the shit they get away with. It's a joke. It is. Swisher Clipper, it is. They should be locked up. Burning the Australian flag at a protest that's got nothing to do with Australia. What does that do? It just pisses people off. And it makes you pick a side almost. In all honesty, I can't stand it. It's to the point where it really shits me. Apparently there's a protest near my business on the weekend. I'm not happy about that. I'm really pissed off about it. And the fact of the matter is, most of these people have no idea what they're protesting about. I guarantee you, it's just the propaganda, it's the in thing. That's what it is. It's the cool thing. I saw a thing the other day and it made me absolutely piss myself laughing. And again, this is going to piss people off. But this is my platform. I can say what I want. And I've got nothing against gay and lesbian people. Not one thing against them. Each their own. That's what you want to be. If you want to identify as if you're a man, as a woman, whatever. I don't care. But for them to march and display exactly who they are, and therefore you guys get the drift. If they flew there, if they went there, they would be no way would they accept them. No chance. No chance. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. They'd parade him, they'd probably torture him, and then murder him. They have no idea what they're protesting about. It's so frustrating. It's so stupid. It's moronic. It really is. It pisses me off. That's just my opinion of it. But anyway, back to trade. Because once again, this is Australia. It's not the Middle East. It's not our war. Bugger off. So concerned, go there. Protest the point they are, because all they do is disrupt people from their normal activities. That's what it does. So I think there was a lady who was going into the city for cancer treatment and she could not get in because of protest. It's a joke. Order block correct. UK's worst, Jim. Mate, at least I saw you guys standing up to it. We just do nothing here. Honestly, it's just a joke. And our government don't do a thing as well. To just allow these people to burn the Australian flag on the Sydney Harbour Bridge is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. As far as I'm concerned, I would lock those people up. I would send them back straight away. No questions asked. You're gone. It's a privilege to be here. Considering the background most of these people have come from, it's an absolute privilege. Honor it. You do something stupid, gone. No questions asked. No questions whatsoever. That's my opinion. The gutless. The government here is absolute gutless. Man, Suray, what indicator will take you before a trade? See, these particular indicators don't actually give me signals. They just let me know where we are within the chart itself, within the Asian session range, this one here, and how the current daily candle is printing. Okay, I want to see how price reacts to that now. So again, no more trades for me. I'm secure my bag. Dolly's looking good for buyers. Potentially, yes, but it's just moving without any confirmation for me. Sean, how about put your limit on 352? We have my mitigation block, previous daily low. Yeah, see, I'm not quite into that. We're looking into a particular entry which may give us that sort of confirmation, but we don't yet have enough data. So there is more to that. I reckon in London there's going to be the biggest protest again on the 13th. Like to you guys, propaganda strong, Dylan. Yep, tell me about it. Bunny, here in Netherlands, you have several in a week and also become struck. It's the same shit here, man. It's so frustrating. Dylan Diesel, your thoughts exactly? Nice one, mate. Again, I'm probably pissed some people off, and you know, it's my opinion. I'm sick of it. How you see another time sells when price going to revert to 15-minute bearish for not sure. Again, right now I don't see any other entry at the minute. Johnny showing buying 33.52. Yeah, fair enough. I know it's a strong support. Swish Clipper, right? So concerned, fly your on out there, burn the flag, get out of the country. Yeah, well, 100%. It's what shits me. And the fact of the matter is, some of the people I have no idea who they are. They don't even have bloody ID passports. I actually, apparently one of the so-called leaders, again, I've got to be careful what I say, has a criminal past from that particular country. And he's leading the movement for freeing you know who. What a joke. What a joke. No, exactly. They cannot. There's no way will they be able to get away with it in the Middle East. There's no chance. Even in Asia, there's no way. For instance, Thailand, they would. Everyone would. Yeah. The police would encourage people to basically belt the living daylights out of them. That's how it is, though. 574. No, see, the buyers has not really formed any structure. It's just popped straight up. Sweat the low of the day, the Asian session, and it's popping back up towards the high. I reckon they came here to change the country when they don't even have rights to be. Same thing here. What's your point? I'm not setting limits, mate. Shawnee, I didn't. What point did I say I'm setting a limit? 34 has to be tapped. There's no structure for it not to. User, it doesn't have to be. Looking for no, don't look at RSI. Sorry, YouTube. Oh, nice one. Nice one, brother. Good work. Oh, it's so frustrating. If you're in another country and burn their flag, you would end up in some serious crap. Apparently not in Australia, but if I was to burn their flag, ooh, it will hit the wall. Honestly. Grace. Paul. You know what? My brother said the exact same thing. It just, yeah, and started again. My brother said the exact same thing to me. Wouldn't it be funny if they just, yeah, but anyway. Girl's done with partner's brother's girlfriend's son at 12-year-old side wants to be a female. Yeah, it's, I mean, up to them. That's a totally different topic, which, yeah, look, not that I agree with it, but as long as someone is good to me, I'm good to them. So I don't care, you know, who they are. I just don't like what I'm seeing here in Oz. What's going on? G, completely agree. It's good to see most of you agree. Some of you probably won't, but that's fair enough. We're all entitled to our opinion. Gold sniper, yeah. I completely understand what you mean. I'll let 12 you can't even drink, smoke, vote. Yep, exactly. All opinion wants to do is root. Oh god, we're losing it, guys. The stream's turning. Apologies, but I think Australia protests are similar to the ones that you... Yep. Yep, Paul, I agree. Do I think it would dump? Well, if we respect this resistance, I think it's a good chance it could end up back down. Unknown, don't think it's selling more. And once again, I just want to make this clear, I'm not picking, well, I don't hate, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like what I'm seeing. So, not every individual is bad, like a bad person or whatever from that particular background. I'm sure there's some very nice people and would do the right thing with being here, but it's just taken out Tommy. There goes the runner. But it's what goes on, all the crap behind it, all these stupid protests. Enough's enough. Daniel, the resistance is back here, level we took a sell from earlier. So this now shifts and becomes support. BJ, EA, still not really paying much attention to EA. Would like to do so more often though. German 40. Alright, so it's retested, so this becomes your potential entry point. Could be some sell options too, cheeky sell options. It's back below the resistance. You've paused just before it, started to pop back below. So if it perhaps broke its own low, it could come down to 23,904. Not going to take it though, I don't trade it. Yeah, so my next potential move will be just patiently wait on gold, see how it reacts once against this resistance. Going with the Kim. Do you think it's planned though? Like multiple guns? I agree, yes, I do. I really do. I was having, again, this conversation with some people. With my brother more so than anyone else. I do believe it's planned. Just to stir the masses. The thing is, in Australia, where most of us are sheeple, we just accept. It's frustrating, it really is. And the PM is gutless. Has not said a thing about it. It's been all over social media. Has not come out at all to condemn it. Not one thing, not one mention. He is gutless. I wish I could see him on the street. He causes keyboard bashes, apparently. People have an opinion of him. Mate, I'd say it to his face any day. You can't get near him. I've seen people attempt to get near him and question him. He just smiles and walks off. What a prick. Gutless prick. Honestly, this country's in trouble with people like that in politics leading away. There's one particular person I believe should be the leader, and it's again not a popular vote. But there's no way he will be the leader. Tom, sell zone? Yes, this is a sell zone marked out. Already took some sells from it. Jacopo, wait for new direction. Yeah, wait for more confirmation. That's pretty much it. Got some. Oh, sorry. What have I missed? Sorry, Trade Delicious. Good morning to you. Paul, I want our PM to meet with Trump. Oh, mate, I would love that. Trump would just rip shreds into him. He would tear shreds into him. I would love it. I would honestly love to see Trump and Elbow Sleazy meet. Gold Sniper, yeah, same here on Oz, don't worry. Exact same. Is Della? Yes, that's the level I would want to look for sell options if I was to look for another trade. But we already took some sells from here and it's hit full TP, so that was called earlier. That was this trade. Detours would have closed at 6.9 if I were awake. Would have, should have, but didn't, so need to reassess and just patiently wait. Once again, thank you to all the new followers, over 140 of you. Do appreciate it. Yeah, this is a trading stream, but sometimes I just voice my opinion on general matters as well. Bearish bias, yeah, yes, at the minute. Although, having said that, currently yes, but the actual overall bias for me is bullish. It's still bullish. Nothing's changed. Although we have closed below low, this swing low here to flip the 15-minute structure bearish. So that bodes well for the buyers if we were to begin to close above this resistance. We're back bullish on the 15-minute time frame into clean traffic, decent traffic anyway. But again, I would like to trigger in sellers prior to it, seeing we've come from the daily low. So we're just ping-ponging between the resistance formed during the Asian session, basically, and the Asian session lows at the minute. Detours, yeah, appreciate. Solo knows it will going down. It's just a retracement or having another lower low. Look, potentially. You know, don't get me wrong, my folks, a lot of Australians are migrants. Background, my folks were from around Europe and that. But we assimilated. I'm born here. You know, I'm an Aussie. At no point did I ever wave a bloody, you know, German flag or whatever. Would not have ever thought about it, to be honest. Order block, just trace with scalping. Maybe, potentially. All in? No, it's not BTC. This is BTC. Back above that support. So BTC, I'm very bullish so long as price remains above really 105, the daily support here. Yes, it could potentially pull back, but I'm talking about higher time frame picture. We're tapped into, look at that, tapped literally into that resistance and bounced off it. So for instance, this candle was to close bullish engulfing. I do believe there's a good chance we're heading back towards that 119, 120 sort of region. Per XAU is life. Yes, for me, same. Love trading it. Alrighty, well, on that note, so what I'd be looking for is pretty much a very similar sort of scenario to what we had just here. If this rejects, what else is there? Yeah, you don't have the 5-minute support though, so it's a little bit different to this entry. Here we had the 5-minute support, and we're closing below it, we're breaking it. There was more confluence. So that's the kind of thing I probably want to see just now as well. Maybe if the new 15 triggers in buyers and we close a 5-minute bullish, start to close below, then that could be your entry. That is the type of thing I would maybe look for. Aside from that, if we begin to pop below the low, the support form just above the daily low, tap back into it and begin to pull away from it. Now I do believe there's still a high probability of us coming back down to 33.51 eventually. As I mentioned before about any potential buyers, prior to price popping above 33.79.50, I would like to see some sellers step in. So close back at least a bearish candle or two, maybe create a swing low, sorry, break through that the high, wipe out those sellers, close above, and begin to pull away from that zone, and there's your potential buy entry. That is pretty much how I would look at gold moving forward. I will be on with my team later on. I'm looking forward to having a look at the testing that particular entry again. Yeah, I think that's about a wrap, guys. Well done today. Really good trade. Good full TP, guys. In the end, I secured just before it, but that was a cracking trade. And I appreciate all the support. Thank you once again to all new followers. Guys, once again, just quickly, TikTok, at some point, make sure to suss me out, check me out on YouTube. Make sure to sub on YouTube, because as of late next week, I'm likely going to only be streaming on YouTube for maybe a month or two. I will try to see if I can get away with it, but likelihood is that I'll get banned if I try to once again stream overseas. So have a think about hopping onto the YouTube channel, subbing, and you know, from next Friday, I think we'll be gonna start streaming from overseas. Likely. Yeah, so have a think about that. Otherwise, guys, once again, appreciate all the support, YouTube and TikTok. I will be back tomorrow, same time as today. Looking forward to it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Christopher, no, it did not work last time. Still bypassed it. I got banned. Cheers, guys. Take care. Have a good one. My team, I'll see you guys in a few hours from now. All right, guys. Take care. Sam, thank you for the sticker. Franco, you take care, my friend. Get better.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, team.
Bluetooth mode.